Hi, and welcome to At-Home Art Lessons with the Art Groupies, where we develop great art habits. We're going to be working with this groupie today. Her name is Roz. Roz is all about reflecting, and we're going to need to do a lot of reflecting with our new famous artist, Romare Bearden. Romare Bearden was born in 1911 in North Carolina. He was considered one of the most important American artists of the 20th century. His artwork depicted the African American culture and experience in creative and thought-provoking ways. He was born in North Carolina, but he spent most of his life in New York City. His parents were active in civil rights. He fought in World War I, and he started painting with abstract art. He then was inspired by magazines that grew very popular in the 1950s. A lot of his art reflected music, especially jazz, and he looked at the magazines for inspiration, and he created these beautiful collages. So the one word I really want you to take away today is collage. So our famous artist, Romare Bearden, collage. We're going to make a collage today, and I'm going to use all kinds of papers, not just from magazines. I love saving beautiful cards that people give me, and I just can't seem to throw them away. I have buckets of them, and I just thought it would be fun to create a piece, not just with cards, but also with just paper that I found around the house, all kinds of things. So this was the number one piece that I was inspired by today, just kind of like Romare Bearden. So I'm going to be using my card here with two people walking on the ice. So this is the first thing I'm going to cut out. And if this is going to be my inspiration, I need to think about, reflect on where I'm going to place it on my paper. So I'm not going to glue just yet. There's also some really nice snowflakes here on this piece, so maybe I'll use that somewhere. I love these beautiful plants that are made with silver. I thought they would look cool somewhere in my piece. They make me think of cold, bitter weather, the kind that, needs to freeze the ice to ice skate on or walk on. I have that outside and also a picture on the inside. So yeah, I have problems with throwing things away. So what better way to use them but in a beautiful piece of art? So first figure out what it is that you want to make your picture about, and then find things that maybe would work with that idea. Or maybe it's not an idea, maybe it's just colors, a simple color that you want to mainly put in your piece. The one color that's found a lot in Romare Bearden's art is just a little splash of red, which really makes your eye travel around the piece, which is pretty remarkable because Romare Bearden was a self-taught artist. He didn't have any art schooling. So to know that he is able to do that with just a simple splash of color is just amazing to me. So he was a self-taught artist. His images were very realistic, often religious or inspired by music. He transitions to abstract cubistic style, where he started to bring in the collage aspect, and he really did just a remarkable job about depicting the African American life in his art. So after you have a lot of different pieces, you can figure out how you're going to arrange it. Reflect on different ways that you can make your collage inspirational. Make your collage interesting. Don't just get stuck with one kind of shape. Try all different kinds of shapes and then just play. So like I said, this is my main piece. The little people walking on a pool of ice. And how do I want to display it in my art? So maybe I'll use just this simple piece of typed paper. Maybe I'll add some black and white polka dotted shapes in there. Makes me think of snow, I guess, with the snowflakes with the ice. I like these images here. Maybe add them in there. Add that maybe in the background. Reflect. Try to figure out what's the best way to show your piece. I'm not sure if I like that. Try to be Romare Beardenish and add that splash of red somewhere. Still want that dark blue to come through. Maybe I'll just move that down. Yeah. I think I want more of that dark blue in there. It's getting to be too white. He was very inspired by Cubism, so that's why you will see a lot of his pieces in segments or in cubes. But his images still came out very realistic. Yeah, I think if I cut them down into smaller pieces, that would be better. I think I'll put in that splash of red down here. Just a little splash. So whatever you can find around the house to make your art. This again is called a collage. And you want to just play. Play with moving around the pieces. And you'll know you have it. Something will speak to you and be like, yeah, I think that looks great. Maybe some pieces that you cut out you're not really a fan of. And that's fine. You don't have to use everything. But don't throw it away. Keep it. Maybe you'll use it for another piece. So Romare Bearden. Almost forgot those cute little snowflakes I cut out. Can't really see them. My red is now hidden. So after you are happy with your piece and you like the way it's turned out, then add the glue. But have fun. Again, we're working with our famous artist Romare Bearden, and we are creating a collage. His famous piece of art, Jazz Village. I loved how even the faces are pieced together. It's not the same person. It has two different kinds of eyes, different lips. He loved those musical instruments, that jazz music. So I hope you were inspired and did a lot of reflecting like Roz. And I hope you have a great time making your collage. Thanks for joining me.